That's in the blem. Free up the guys and dip out the ends. Jump in the ride and burn out the rims. Don't stop, don't watch the boy that I'm in. Never on the block, put it up for events. See and get close, cause you plotting on them with the tits on 10. Back in the back, that's on tap, all ready to go and jump in.
Switch.
I love my dear. There aren't enough words to describe the intricacies of your beauty. I see you and I'm taken back every time, like the first time. Wherever this course takes us, I'm here for the long haul as long as you're there with me. We know great days. None. Your essence lights up my existence and everybody around you. Love.
Le poisson Steve, il est orange, il a des bras et des jambes. Le poisson Steve, le poisson Steve, il est vraiment très beau.
Let's play along.
Il peut nager sur la terre, il peut marcher dans l'eau. Le poisson Steve, ils sont forcément mauvais, mais on l'aime bien.
Under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find. Under the stars up in the sky. I got lost in the night. Under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find. Under the stars up in the sky.
Everything that's pulling me apart, and I know it's not the end, but this could be a start. There is nothing left to hold on to, and my feet are off the ground, and I let go of everything that I have ever known. That I have ever known. Of everything that I have ever known. Of everything that I have ever. Baby, we can always
Hello, everybody. Whoops, we have chat open. Welcome back to Formula Labs. It is I, Renokas1 here, joined by the one and only Soda Soccer. Yeah!
Woo!
Ooh, and today we racing through the historic corners of Silverstone. And this time we've actually got some elevation as well, so that's kind of big.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, we're on this Build the Earth version. You might have heard of Build the Earth, a massive project that a lot of people are working on. And this version is built by our favorite CT Cuba. And let me tell you, it's clean. The flow, a lot of bumps, and the terrain is just beautiful. And, well, it's definitely one of the most realistic tracks we've had in Formula Labs.
Yeah, and we're not just dealing with elevation and pretty decoration here. Like, first time ever in FL, we've got 3 DRS zones out here. 3. And that's gonna shake things up a big time here.
Yeah, and like the overtaking is gonna be crazy. Expect loads of just late braking dives, and probably some aggressive decisions are gonna be what decides this race.
But hey, after Austria, nothing can surprise me anymore. That race had a whole disappearing bull statue that just teleported onto the racetrack. Like, what?
I know, and then someone just spelled Red Bull, like actual Red Bull onto turn 1. Like I don't know how that happened. It's wild.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
have no idea.
but that is peak FL for you. And somehow through all of that, Lapis Lettuce came out on top, and that makes him the second ever driver in FL history to win 2 races. That's kind of big.
And that's massive. I mean, we saw him miss a few races at the start, but as you said, that's now his second win after his maiden win in Imola. And I mean, after all that chaos, this championship is really starting to take shape.
Yeah, so let's do a quick recap of what went down last race, and then we'll see how all that chaos shook up the standings.
Yeah, well, I mean, as we said, so much chaos last race. And I mean, we saw some pretty big mistakes from our top 2 in the championship. The Cookie Munchers, Mafiosa and Gilo, both having to turn around on track, which is kind of wild. They're lucky to have race control have allowed it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
they had to turn around on track in order to complete their pits that they're required to do in the race. So they lost quite a lot of time from that, and that definitely helped Lapis with the win there. But there's, so much chaos.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah, like talking about chaos, like Zin Zoom, for example, like he did amazingly. Like he performed really well in qualifying. He qualified second. So that meant he started the race in second place. But after lap 1, that kind of fell apart, and he might have started really high, but he finished in P10, which is still top 10, but that's 8 positions lost, so it's kind of unfortunate, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that just shows how even though qualifying can mean so much, there's more to it than just qualifying. I mean, the race is where the real points are scored. So that P10 finish definitely hurt him in the standings just a little bit. But I think not too bad a result, but he'll definitely be coming into Silverstone wanting more than P10.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we also had talking about qualifier surprising people, qualifying words. Yeah. Well, we did have Xinhu also in qualifying, getting out P5, which is a really good result. But it's also yet another sell here. Somehow, I don't know what happened to them, but somehow they managed to end up in P23. So that's kind of respect in the chat moment, you know. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's just another case of someone else crumbling under the pressure of a race. I mean, losing 18 positions is that's really big, and that's a really big issue for Xinhu. And that's something that they have just gotta look into. They've gotta try and find out what went wrong and try and improve for the future, which I have no doubt they can do. They've showed that they have the pace in quite a few races now. I think Canada, they did pretty well in qualifying as well. But it's just that race.
Oh
That race
yeah.
pace is what they need to work on, and that's tricky. With so many, I mean, we have 50 drivers on track each race, and that's not easy to maneuver. Not at
True.
all.
Yeah, but talking about actual maneuvering and stuff, I think it will be really nice to get some actual like insight, actual some visuals here. What happened last time? So we do have 3 people who have submitted their clips. I'll try to get them up on the screen here, as our production will be handling that live. It's gonna take a second here.
Pristine
As we
quality.
have it now open here. First up, we have Gilo here, who submitted a total of, like, you can see that it's almost 6 minutes of clips, so we'll be going through it pretty quickly. We can also, for the people here, put up some speed on the clips. Yeah. So here we have the start. Here we have the
Well, yeah, like
going into
Gila had a
early tandem
pretty
here.
rough start. It's
Yeah.
he got surprised by Zine cutting him off quite quickly and has a pretty rough tandem here. You see Blip's rod sticking it, but he is forced to exit the tandem and goes just wide, avoiding Zine as well, and has to settle for P4 there. But we'll see just straight away Zine making a mistake and him getting that P3 back, that back into the podium places, which he just about maintains.
True.
But I
Indeed.
mean, very tricky for him and into
Yeah,
like these
I don't
corners
know
are
what these
pretty
clips here are, so we can go check out how DRS worked. This is
so
one of the
yeah,
DRS
this is
clips.
DRS
Yeah.
onto Lapis Lettuce to get into tandem for the lead. Late braking into turn 1, just about sticks the move, but a little
Yeah.
slower on
And
the
now we could also
exit.
see a turn has appeared on this on
Oh,
turn 3. The bull just appeared out of nowhere.
that's the
Out
bull
of nowhere.
statue. Oh my.
That was crazy. We have another DRS clip, but we're running out of time, so we can just go take a look at the overtake that happened in the pit stops. Lapis Lettuce just not knowing how to pit stop properly and just being slow. So Gilo just being faster in the pit stop and just overtaking him. Hello? But even though he might have gotten into tandem here, just few turns after, when they had to do their second pit, this is what happened. Boom. They are supposed to both pit here together, and Gilo just forgets, turns around, and then it's already too late. And it wasn't only dirty to Gilo, it was his teammate Mafioso who did it last lap as well, so it's actually crazy how it just works like that. Then we have the start from Foxeo here. I can speed it up as well. Boom. So we have more
Started
FPS.
a little lower down than Gilo, but manages just to weave in and out of all the drivers ahead. Gains a few positions straight away into turn 3. What does he do? There's 4 drivers stuck on the apex. Gets past one of them who gets slightly bumped out, and there's another who gets bumped out. So he's up
True.
a few positions already, and I mean, those early positions can help so much in these packed races with up to 50 drivers in.
True. And now if we skip forward to just a tiny bit, we're gonna see the infamous Sinzum Zell here.
Oh, turn one.
Got bumped, boom, bam,
Oh,
boom,
that's
people are over the...
another.
And that's it from Foxeo. And then we have Iltisamore race start as well here. Boom.
Big.
And speed it up as well. Bam! Look, they're so fast.
Oh,
He
he's
got a
banning
really...
this tandem. Wow.
Yeah, and he managed
What a
to make it stick.
start.
That's so... That's one of the craziest starts. One of the craziest. Boom.
Does he get
Another
past?
position.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's kind of nuts. He's kind of nuts.
And now our favorite.
I haven't seen this
boom.
one before.
Yeah.
And he's so neck and neck with Gilo there. Wow.
Yeah, indeed.
I mean, the race starts are some of the most chaotic parts of the race. I mean, I don't know if you see that as much on the stream, but if you're ever driving in a race like this, you know how chaotic race starts can be. And I mean, being able to gain positions like that is definitely very impressive.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
indeed. Oh,
We
kick,
we're
big.
cooking.
Oh, He got oh, kick bacon pizza. Oh, it doesn't. What? Anyway, let's go and take a look
Okay.
at how all those racing stuff affected our standing. So if we make our way onto the driver standings here,
Yep, yep, there we go. And I
beautiful.
mean, as you can see by this beautiful standings board, we have some beautiful decorations. It's
Oh
only the
yeah.
highest quality for the BoatLabs streams. We have some up and down arrows highlighted in red and green, and that just indicates if these drivers have gained or lost positions. And I mean, it's no surprise that Lapis has gained a few positions in the standings after his second win on 355 points now. So he's making moves towards the top. He's just behind Martin, just 5 points behind, and Satumni only 4 points behind him. So it's very close in that battle for P9. But you see, as I said, Satumni, he lost a position. Same with Demonatic, both losing positions. Very rough for them after what must have been a pretty rough race in Austria. I can't entirely tell you exactly their position, but if we look towards the top of these standings now, Mafiosa and Gilo, I mean, it's Cookie Munch's domination right now.
Oh yeah. It's just the two of them. And legendary is there as well. Legendary there as well.
True.
But
It's a team effort. It's a team
yeah,
effort.
it's a team game after all. So, but talking about
But yeah, no,
teams, we have Van Wave here. 3,
in a
4,
row.
5. Bam! Massive dominance.
Massive.
How does that affect the team standings? We'll take a look in a second. But before that, we have to
yeah, you've
highlight the goat
double
here,
Sigma Grandson.
Onikaiser. Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure why that there's not a blue behind their names, but
Oh.
blue and purple, the Sigma Grandson colors. And yeah, Onikaiser are gaining a position, which is pretty big, especially towards the top of these standings, where
Oh yeah.
fighting for these positions is just so much more difficult than lower down. And 403 points, he might be starting to gain on his teammate Zine, and maybe even onto Blip or Iltis, trying to fight into that top 5. But for now, 7th place will have to do, but I'm sure he'll be
Yeah.
fighting as hard as he can to try
Well, I
and
mean,
advance in the standings.
Onikaiser, we didn't really haven't covered the practice times for this track, but Onikaiser has the third fastest time on the track overall, so we could really see some cookery from Onikaiser here today. But now,
Yeah.
if we make our way onto the team standings, whoa!
Hello, hello.
Mm-mm.
And as we said before, it's Cookie Muncher domination. They
Yeah!
are leading. I mean, I wouldn't say domination actually. Now that I take a closer look, 28
Oh.
points for gap between Vanwave and Cookie Munchers. So, although Cookie Munchers won 2 in the championship, Vanwave showing that it's more of a team game. So, with a strongest, possibly average of drivers, they could be looking to steal P1 off the Cookie Munchers after they lost P1 last race in Austria. Massive.
Yeah, that is quite a massive. So yeah, you can see they even have the famous for all the people watching out there. You can see even Nukita is on the winning team here. So although I don't think
Yeah,
he's racing today,
I
he
don't
is
think
there
so
in
either.
spirit. In spirit, he's always
True.
here.
But I think right now we're kind of running out of time to look at the marvel of these beautiful sounding boards.
Ooh.
Because we have Q1 starting now.
What?
This
It's
is what we've been
starting.
waiting for.
Oh, it's 10,
starting.
9,
In
8,
10 seconds.
7,
Let's get a
6,
camera. Let's
5,
hopefully get a
4.
camera on the
Oh
drivers.
no, don't worry, we have a camera. Boom, bam, as they
Big.
just get released
And
here.
look at the chaos of the drivers as they all flow out of the start position. 52 drivers on track, all competing for the highest position that they can. The top 50 make it into a race, and top 34 make it into Q2. That's what these drivers are fighting for right now, as we have a similar qualifying system to Formula 1. We have 3 qualifying sessions, 3 laps in Q1. That's what we're in right now. They have 2 laps in Q2 and only 1 lap in Q3. That's where the pressure is. So we don't expect too many upsets in Q1, but expect the pressure to build and build as we progress through the qualifying sessions. Over to you, Reno.
Yep. I'm doing some last minute fixing here
Alright,
as I'm learning the
what you
new updates here. So I had to do some
big.
stuff here, but boom, now we have this beautiful camera here as well, so you can see really what's really going on. All the beautiful people just driving here around the track. I believe we are in the turns of right now 8 here approaching. It's gonna really high
through
speed turn
into
here. That's
turn
going it.
9 into Cobb's corner.
Oh, yeah.
Getting
Good
towards
correction.
turn 10, 11, Maggots and Beckett's. These fast-paced S's. Possibly some drivers looking for a micro block stop on the curb. We see Omega Miss Failure in the background, but Iltis leading strong. One of those Van Wave drivers who is looking to try and advance to P1 in the team championship. His teammate just beside him, Blibdash, and Gilo lurking just behind. But all three of these drivers should easily be driving quick enough to get out of Q1.
Oh yeah, and let's just go over a tiny bit what's going to happen here in Q1. I believe they have 3 laps. Yeah, 3 laps.
Yeah,
And
3 laps.
it's
I covered
only
it just earlier.
only the top 38, I believe.
Top 34. Top 34. Top 34
34.
advance. That's what matters. Blibdash with a small mistake, but it should be fine. And it will be Gilo coming out ahead at the end of this lap. His teammate Mafiosa just behind in the middle of the pack. He might have to improve. As Gilo
Yeah.
sets a 2-minute 12 flat, which
Boom.
is a very quick time. World record currently a 2:11.3 by Paper Yoshi. That Van Wave driver currently sat in P14, over a second off Gilo's current fastest time, but he has a lot more pace in him.
True. Like
And
if
Gilo
with 2 more laps remaining here, he could really do some pushing here because I mean he's already in the he's in top 14 and top 34 make it. So he is kind of safe there with only being 2 seconds from the world record.
Yeah, he should definitely be safe, but
yeah.
I think what is important for a lot of these top drivers is just getting into a good flow state. That's what they need to do. They need to get used to driving these rapid laps under just a little bit of pressure at the moment. The pressure will rise, but I think getting these laps down, even though it may not matter, as they are already through into Q2, because
we all saw
with a big
Gilo.
mistake.
Yeah, he did a massive mistake. You can see he was leading the pack, and now the entire pack has
2
overtaken
seconds.
him with Ozone side by side with him. Ozone improving the
Ozone on a
second
big
here.
improvement.
Yeah,
Big
let's actually
improvement.
see how Ozone does the rest of the lap here.
One of our few non-Boatcam drivers, I think
Yeah.
probably the only non-Boatcam driver in Formula Labs, going pretty well right now. 1.2 seconds up in P18. This will launch him to only 0.7 off, so this could launch him into P7, P8 territory, possibly even higher. He keeps on gaining 1.4 now.
Oh my.
He could be never top 5 if he
Yeah.
can complete this lap. What a
Oh
lap
my.
so far. Base braking zone is very tricky though.
And wait, he's getting it. Oh my, yes, he's improving
Great
even
turn.
more. He's
What a
improving
turn.
even more. With a
1.45.
limited number of turns. 3 more turns. This one, does it. What execution!
Oh,
This is
1.55, an extra tenth.
top
So
performance. Final turn here. Final turn. Is he gonna go wide? Oh no! And he's gonna
1.7.
save 1.7. It's gonna put him into
Straight to P7. What a lap.
Wow.
And we see Yoshi, a world record holder, go to P1. And his teammate is well overtaking Gilo.
Oh.
We're getting into the 2:11s now. These are some rapid times we're building up to. So I think probably the top 20 are definitely safe right now.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
I think for a few of the lower down drivers, the pressure is definitely on. But Ozone, as you can see, still improving.
Wait.
Still improving.
Way.
Gets overtaken a bit there by Yoshi, but
Oh.
he's still an improvement. He is showing to be a force to be reckoned with today, which I don't think many people could have expected.
Yeah, I mean, Ozone is a long-time veteran here, and he has driven this layout years and years now. So you can really see that veteran knowledge shining through here. Really handling the turns with real business behind him and just absolutely executing them to flawless precision. It's just nice to look at, honestly. Nice to look at.
True. I mean, he's on back-to-back improvements here. A little bit wide for cops. He loses a little bit of time there, but he can definitely improve once again. I mean, P8, he's already safe, but an improvement will just boost his confidence into Q2.
Oh yeah.
And getting into a good flow state of getting these fast laps down is what we've seen so many drivers be fast in Q1 and Q2, and then they can convert that into possibly a top 3 or even a pole position in Q3, which is where it's important.
True.
So getting these quick laps, even though it seems like it doesn't matter, it can have a big change on the outcome.
We do have this new driver here, Gain 256 side by side with Picalo here, who's P24 right now. A little scary place to be in, but he is improving here just a tiny bit. Can he keep this tiny improvement here, a little bit of green through the final turns here, and possibly secure the final into the Q through his position?
See,
He's
next
side by
to
side.
P21, Omega is part of the Vanwave team. He's a little lower down than you'd expect him to be.
Oh,
But
stays.
Kana and Omega Miz should both be safe.
Yeah, I see. Oh, he loses one spot. One spot. Somebody improves big time.
Should be fine, unless 10 people beat him out of nowhere.
Ooh.
Which would be wild, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. I don't think that's
So I
happening
think
today.
Kana is safe. You see a few last drivers just finishing their laps now.
Oh,
Cool
yeah.
Pink finishing his lap a 2:20.95. Nothing incredible compared to the 2:11.7 that Pepe Yoshi is able to set. But I mean, what a session. And
Yeah.
it's only gonna get better.
Oh, yeah. It's only gonna get better. This time we had 3 laps, but next quali through here, top 17, I think. Make it through top 17, is it?
Top 17.
Yes!
The numbers are a little weird, but top 17, make it into Q3. That's what's important for all the top drivers.
Yeah, Q3 is gonna be the final deciding factor. How's gonna the top 17 look like on the starting grid? In Q3, they have only one lap. So like this is
One lap.
one of the most hype things that is gonna happen here today. But it's also quali 2 that's really important because you only have 2 laps. If you mess up your first lap, it's all coming down to the second one, and you're just gonna have that pressure slowly building up, and it's a little bit of a scary feeling, honestly. Like
Yeah, I
mindset
mean,
going into the qualifying is really important. And if you just start doubting yourself, a little bit thinking like skeptically, like maybe I'm gonna mess up here or start overthinking, that's gonna really start playing against you. So really gotta keep that high energy and just confident and just go. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, if you look towards the bottom of the leaderboard on your left-hand side, that was the results from Q1 in order. So we see Xinhu, who qualified P5 last time, just on the verge of that top 19. So he got 18th last time. He's going to need to improve on that. And we see Ozone starting a little delayed compared to everyone else, but he is on his way into
Indeed.
turn 1. We'll see if he can replicate his P9 finish from Q1 to advance himself into Q2. So I think one of his first times competing in Formula Labs. I don't remember seeing him here before, but definitely good to see him here. Good to see all the drivers that turn up, as we have so many people on your screen right now. It's absolute chaos into entry. And this long DRS straight, this is where we'll see a lot of those late braking moves into not final turn, into turn 6. Into
Ooh, nice braking, a bit too much maybe, but
yeah,
it works.
it should just about be fine.
Yeah, as it is.
I don't have a delta on his time, but he seems to be on a pretty clean lap so far. He did start a little delayed compared to everyone else, so it's hard to compare him to those around him.
Yeah.
But he is just about ahead of Xenix.
Imagine though if he had some tech that gave us a delta compared to their PB time. That would be kind of spicy, no? Or I don't think that.
Magnussen.
Either that or
I'm
world
sure
records. Both work.
I'm
Both
sure
work.
he would love to program something new.
Yeah, yeah.
We've had quite a few updates to the server recently. So
Oh, yeah.
hop on to BoatLabs if you want to experience those revolutionary
I
updates.
have real-time confirmation that
Massive.
Makusen is indeed not listening in the chat.
He is, yeah. I do not blame him.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. But we are going into the
Again, Ozone,
into Stove. Yeah.
into stow.
Why is it spelled like that, man? Oh my.
Yeah, it's kind of cooked. Down
Yeah,
the
true.
fail. Into
16.
chicane.
17. Into the
He's
final.
taking it pretty clean. He looks
Yeah.
like to be gaining on a few around him. Through
Honestly.
turn 18, down the Hamilton straight. Just a straight line towards the finish. What will his time
Oh.
be? It's
Oh,
good
actually,
enough for P8.
P8. Oh,
Mafioso with a
nice.
great time in 11.5. That
Oh
is
my.
quicker than Yoshi's Q1 time.
True.
And he did it on his first lap. Yoshi also improving to an 11.6, but it's not good enough
Crazy.
for provisional P1.
We also
And-
have whoever all the Kane 256 supporters out there. He is this time around the same place he was before, around at P23. So unless he improves here, I fear he might be out as he is just a tiny bit below his time here, but the lap has
It's
just
looking rough.
started. The lap has just
He-
started.
He needs at least a second and a half of an improvement. And this rough start does not seem to have been helping him. Possibly had a mistake on his previous lap. That could explain the big 3-second gap between him and P1. And it's
Yeah.
important to mention, we saw Ozone overtake Zine in his quali lap. Zine is down in P24.
Yeah.
The man who started front row for Austria, the pressure is now on for Xenix. He needs a big improvement. He needs almost 2 seconds of improvement to be safe, to advance to Q3, where he can try and go for a back-to-back front row, but at the moment, it's looking very unlikely.
True. I mean, maybe he messed up at the end of his lap, so maybe there is some room that he can improve. As he's already gained some time out.
Very
And bang, he's
clean.
in
Wow,
the
that's a
massive green.
big improvement.
Yeah, all he needs to do is keep this pace up, and he is safe. 2
This should
seconds
promote him to
improvement.
around P10. This
Yeah.
may be good enough to promote him to where the pressure, but like, yeah, this is where the pressure is. These last few turns, this difficult braking zone, trying to get that
Ooh.
apex good. It seems to be perfect for
Oh
Xenix.
yeah.
Needs an extra 10th.
He's gaining on others here.
500.
Oh, into
2.2
60.
is the improvement, taking this pretty safe through 16, 17, through round the final turn of the
Final
Silverstone
turn.
racetrack, gaining even more, 2.35 seconds up, 2.25. This should be
Oh.
easily enough to get him into Q3. Where is he?
P11,
P11,
P12.
P12. He should be
Oh
safe.
my. Yeah. I also
I
want
think
to.
he's fine.
Yeah. Oh, P13 even. Somebody jumped up even more. But I do want to shout out Legendary A7 who improved into P4 as well. Like you can see, the P1, P2, P3, P4, it's all Cookie Muncher versus Vanwave action going on. With Live Network used to be in Vanwave, but Live Network never races. He does the
Yeah,
quali, he's a quali champion, a quali warrior, and then just doesn't finish any of his races. So
Yeah, I think he is able to finish this race. I had a little chat with him. I think he is able to finish this race. So a good qualifying here could actually, for the first time, I think, in Formula Labs history, result in a good race finish. Because I
yeah.
don't think he has had a race finish yet.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. This might just be the race he needs, and like thinking about how is this gonna affect his boat racing legacy, as this is the time of year where people for some reason are doing ice boat racing rankings. People are just making up big lists, and because we haven't really seen him do much in the racing perspective, this race here might just boost him up the standings if he manages to somehow outdo everybody here in this qualification 3 where we only have 1 lap, I think we should even have camera on him instead. Oh, as he's starting late.
A
Oh,
little bit of a
spicy
delayed
move.
start. I think we'll cut back to him at the very end of the lap. I think we'll cut to the front to see a bit more chaos. But I think he could definitely be a contender for that top 5. He got 5th in Q2. We'll see how he can recreate that quick lap into Q3. Piglet very wide.
Oh yeah,
Just
Piggle is
off the
out.
side of the
Oi.
screen. Big mistake from Piggle. But Mafioso going strong with his teammate just behind him and his 2 opponents on Vanwave just ahead of him. It's so close between the top 4. You see Ozone up there, Paper Yoshi trying to climb. Thaxio, who we saw a clip of in Austria with that great race start, he's also fighting for these top few positions, but it's so close. Even though this is our longest track of the season, 2 minutes of driving is very tricky under such pressure. Eltis with a little mistake falls behind. Mafioso falls behind 32 Gilo. And Blip with a similar mistake, but gets a better exit than Mafioso. It's so close between the top 4. Oh my. Yoshi is trying to fight into this battle, but he's a little bit further behind. Blip Dash definitely the favorite so far with a great turn through Stowe into turn 16 and 17 now. This chicane is very important. How do they do it? Do they go for a little block stop? Mafioso does a little, gains a little bit on Blip Dash.
The amount of people in the front here, it's so close.
Top 6 is so close. Yoshi is up there. He has fought back into the top 3. Blip Dash is quickest, ties his teammate Paper Yoshi.
Wow.
Equal for provisional pole. What can Life Network do about it? We saw him with a very delayed start. What can he say to these front runners? It will not be pole position. It will be P7 for Life Network.
Damn. What? Oh my. The cookery is real. Blip Dash getting a podium here. Tied with Paper Yoshi's teammate. That's gonna be one way front row lookout. Oh my.
And we have a Brit on pole for his home Grand Prix in Formula Labs.
Wait, this Blip Dash from the UK?
A British driver on pole for a British Grand Prix.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Hey, that's really nice. Yeah, definitely could be our crowd favorite here going into this race here today. If Blip Dash starts on pole and he's British on Silverstone, I mean, what does chat think about this? I see there are some people chatting here. What does chat think about Blip Dash winning his first ever FL race? He has not won yet, guys.
So close. We've seen him so close, even in our first race of the season in Bahrain, throwing it all away in that last lap. Similar to how his opponents in Mafioso and Gilo missed the pit, but I mean, he completely DNF'd that race. That was a very sad sight to see. But he's been looking for revenge ever since, and this could just be his best opportunity.
Oh yeah.
What a lap. Wow. That could be so important, but it's a track with such long DRS straights.
Yeah, if
huge.
I can request a quick helicopter view from the skies. Like, I mean, if you take a look at the track, this is quite the massive track, and we have 3 DRS zones. Correct me if I do wrong pinpointing here, but I believe we have DRS on the starting straight, which is gonna not activate on the first lap, but on second. So at the end of the second lap, it's gonna activate there. Then we have
the first. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Wait, no, we don't. Wait. What? Hold on a second. Where were you looking?
Here.
On the start finish straight?
Is that not here?
That's one of our few. We have a few straights around here. This is one which doesn't have DRS.
Oh. I know for sure there is DRS there.
So
this one.
You've got a DRS detection down that huge straight down into Brooklands. So that massive street is where we will see quite a few
Yeah.
overtakes.
And then we have
And
another one.
also,
Is it here?
just on your left, yeah, through
Yeah.
into Cobbs. This is one where, in real life, we don't have DRS here. But I mean, this isn't real life. We don't care about safety.
True.
Who loves a good bit of DRS into Cobbs? I mean, we've seen so many incidents in real life at Cobbs Corner. Let's see if we
Cobb's
have any
Corner is
incidents
that, by
today.
the way, guys. Cobb's Corner
Cobb's
number
Corner,
9 is there.
Big right-hander. Big high-speed right-hander.
Mm.
Which just feels beautiful to drive. It's incredible. And Maggots and Beckett's, and after
Ooh.
Chapel,
We have
this
the
straight.
Hanger Straight, guys. The Hanger
He
Straight.
said it right. He said it right.
Another place for the DRS zone here. Oh my! So that's 3 DRS zones. 3. That's
Big.
crazy. And keep in mind, DRS 1 goes straight into DRS 2. So that's just a really spicy recipe here.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be a lot of overtakes and a lot of trying not to get bumped on all these diagonal straights. Chaos, but I love it.
Yeah. As we can see, Blip Dash actually. Let's do some. As the race grid gets loaded, he doesn't even have to move. He's already on the racing grid. He's just locked in. Oh my. But yeah, as they're all getting loaded to the race grid here, let's actually go through our order here real quick. See what are we working here with today. Get a quick recap. What's waiting for us here? We have Blip Dash here in the front first. Next to him, Paper Yoshi's Van Wave teammate here. And we have Mafioso third, Iltisamor fourth, Paxio fifth. Wow. Third Yoshilov sixth, Lifepan seventh, Gaber Live eighth, Chocolate Mine 7 in ninth. He's moving up the ranks every race. Oh, beautiful. Legendary 7 in 10th, Killer Lol 11th, Zinzoom 12th, Ozone 13, Onitalas 14, Xinhu 15, Omega Miss 16, Biggle, the last in qualifying quali 3, and P17. Then we have Mr. Cactus P18, Lucy 19, Iconos 20, Oink 21, and I believe that's our countdown starting here with 15 seconds. So I'll do a quick flyover so you guys can see there's just massive amount of 52 grids total, but that's going to be our race.
At the back of that grid, our race winner from last week, but it is lights out and away we go for Blip Dash. Mafioso just about fighting his way into that top 3. Iltis forced wide. Life Network trying to make the most of this opportunity. Cannot quite do so. But the top 3 neck and neck into turn 3. Into Village. Turn 4 now. We've seen so many moves in real life. These 3, though, staying so close together. Iltis alone in P4. And we go down this first of our DRS straights. Such a long straight and so difficult to get that braking zone correct into the long left-hander of Brooklyn's turn 6. Mafioso a little wide, bumped out of tandem, and it's a van wave 1-2, 1-2-3 actually, with Iltis overtaking Mafioso just about. It's close between the two of them, but a van wave podium lockout as it stands halfway through lap 1.
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. And behind them, you can see there's just a big pile. You can see in 5th and 6th is, Chilo, Legendary, and Mafiosa in 4th. So it's just both teams. It's two teams holding up the top 6 here. Although there is Live Network contesting for the P5 slot here as well.
Network trying to disturb the peace of the Cookie Munch's team. He's trying to fight his way past Gilo and Legendary to try and get his fist into possibly some higher positions in the championship, as he is definitely very, very low down in the championship.
Indeed.
Down this third DRS straight actually. And we'll see a lot more moves there. And Life Network and Gilo have broken away from Legendary, who's forced now back down to P10, but it's the top two as they were off the grid. The VanWave team holding strong. A great start for them.
Oh yeah. Wave 1, 2, and then to recap it, Mafioso and Iltis fighting for P3 right behind them.
So close.
Right behind them. So close, literally side by side, trading oak here, literally, as they are going into the turn of 3 here, village turn. Into turn
Iltis a
4.
little deeper.
Yeah, he's losing just a
Turn
tiny
4.
bit. But he's
Iltis just losing out a little bit. Is Mafioso close enough for DRS on Paper Yoshi?
ooh,
No, he's not.
But we do have
But
ooh,
Gilo does get DRS.
yeah.
He's just about getting into that tandem with Mafioso.
Ooh,
Into this long left-hander. It's so difficult, as I've said so many times, to get your braking correct, especially with the extra speed of DRS, adding that extra level of difficulty.
yeah.
he's
As we go
just
into
about
another
managed to
DRS
do
here,
it, but-
another DRS.
Oh,
Ooh, wait, did Mafioso get DRS?
Mafioso getting DRS on Yoshi as well.
Oh,
But he's going to be in a
Ooh.
really tricky
Ooh.
spot here. Because he's in tandem with Yoshi, but he's not in tandem with Blip. So
Ooh.
I think he might be forced out of his tandem pretty soon. Unless Blip forces Yoshi wide.
Blip forces Yoshi wide.
That's a
Oh,
blunder from the VanWave team, I think.
That's a massive blunder from VanWave. They had a double tandem going on. Teammates. They could have like hold Mafioso back so well, but now after that massive sell.
Yeah, straight away.
Oh, as they both. I mean, they both get the DRS here.
Second to 6th place, all with DRS. Down. The hanger straight. But where's Yoshi? Where's Yoshi?
Wait, where is
Iltis
Yoshi?
bumped as well.
Wait,
Yoshi and Iltis, big bumps and falling down the order.
Wait, Iltis has fallen down. Yoshi keeps falling down. I can't even click on his
VanWave
name.
team is
I can't click on his
crumbling.
name. What has happened? Oh, Pickle in the grass as well as Vapor Yoshi goes into the pit stops.
So many incidents.
Whoa.
Peggle follows him into the pits. So many
Oh.
incidents. For the VanWave team, they're crumbling.
Yeah, this gives Life
Like
Network a
crumbling apart right now.
massive window here to just make up some spots and gain some space. He's in B4 now after this all the pit aftermath. Oh my ass! Oh, Mafioso! No! That did not just happen. Mafioso,
What's going
massive
on?
Mo. Life Network now in B3. Life Network. What?
A mysterious driver to most. He's not shown up to many races, finished even less of those races. But he finds himself in a position to fight for a podium. Zine cannot quite make DRS work. Just a little too far back from the tandem of Life Network and Mafioso, who is trying to fight back into the podium. Eventually back into the lead, but he has a lot of work to do. He's almost 4 seconds behind the lead of this race, which he had just moments ago. But a big
But the
mistake
question
caused
is-
him to fall so far behind.
The question is, can Zinzoom get into tandem here on the on the wood coat straight here? Can he do it? He
Not
does not.
quite.
He's not quite near enough, as it's really risky to go and overtake two people fighting in the tandem. So possibly a good call, as he uses the DRS to inch a tiny bit closer, as he's still the range 1 second behind has not changed. Oh, and Leifen lost the tandem there. Zinzoom in tandem now. Maybe he lets go to get DRS. No, he doesn't. So they're both in tandem, and Zinzoom is slowly gaining. But this aftermath has let Mafioso run away with it a little bit, as Mafioso is barely
wide.
picking up
Has
the
to concede the position to Life Network. He'll have to stick with P5 just for now, as he is just falling just a little further behind with each turn. Gains a little there though. A wider entry into the final turn of the track as well. But he will have to settle for P5 for now, but I'm sure he will be finding Life Network as soon as he can onto this next DRS straight in just a few turns time.
But I mean, can we talk about the current positions? new Van Wave, Van Wave. They used to be 1, 2, 3. You can see now on the sidebar, Omegamis and Iltis more have lost 8 and 9 seconds to Blip Test. They used to be right behind him, and now they are in 7 and 8. That's just a big sell from their end, and bit sad to see as well. But Omegamis and Legendary, they're both fighting. As let's get the camera on them. Yeah, big fights, both fighting for a position here. It matters more for the Van Wave here because it's only the top 2 for a team that scores. And I mean, the top 2 of Cookie Munchers is Chilo and Mafiosa, both holding a spot in the podium. In the meantime, for Van Wave, the blue team here, their second highest teammate is in P7. So even though Legendary was in the tandem with him, would not be scoring points for the team. Wait, Iltis is there as well! What?
Yeah, it's for 2 teammates side by side.
Yeah, they're really chasing down this one Cookie Monster, fighting for the team points because they really need this overtake. Legendary 7 doesn't need to sweat that much for the team. All he has to do is just hold them back as Omegam is getting real close and comfortable with his team. But he's going a little bit wide. That's going to let the Legendary 7 just run away with a tiny bit. Going into the DRS here, they're not going to get it as Legendary has the better exit here. Iltis pretty good exit as well, not gonna lie. As Omega is losing out a tiny bit, but he is still in the tandem battle here. As he maybe getting a better exit here? No, not quite. Seeing somebody in front is pitting.
Between these 3 though.
Who is pitting?
May forced to release a little. I'm not too sure who that is in the pits. So in P42, they are not going to affect this race.
Yeah, but
he will keep
Life
fighting
Network.
up the field.
Life Network, tandem here for P5 with Life Network.
He's so close with Zine. I mean, this battle has been brewing for a couple laps now. Into lap 5 out of 13. And he seems to be just losing a little bit through these first few turns. As we reach this first DRS straight of 3. Will he release to try and just get the DRS advantage? No, he won't. He'll stick the tandem for as long as he can. But that gap is slowly increasing.
Yeah, he has to be really careful. He has to be really careful here not to get bumped because right behind him, if he gets bumped, there's 2 hungry drivers here. Iltisamor, Legendary 7. So if he makes a one mistake here, those 2 will instantly scobble up that position that Life Network possibly leaving open there. So he really needs to play it safe here while also trying to keep the P4 tandem going on.
He seems to be just maintaining the same speed as Zine, a little wide into cops. Probably will get a slightly better exit than Zine. But it's still breaking
news. I don't know if Chilo slowed down a little bit to let Mafioso catch up and possibly do some DRS trading to catch slowly up to Blip Dash. Maybe that's the move here. But they are both here in the tandem, slowly catching Blip Dash. So maybe the play of today's race, because there's so many DRS zones, is to just farm the DRS and make that work in your favor so you can catch up to other people? Does that even make sense, Soda? Do you know?
I think it can be possible, but I think it's very tricky to get right. I mean, we've seen the Cookie Munchers have some pretty good teamwork a few races before. I mean, Barcelona, they brought home a great result. And I mean, we've seen Van Wave quite the opposite, struggling with this teamwork. I mean, we saw it this race. Started out 1, 2, 3 after a few mistakes from the Cookie Munchers, but they fought their way back and it crumbled just a little bit for Van Wave on lap 2. And they're still having to recover from those big mistakes, and I don't think they will recover to where they were. Because Yoshi was forced to pit. He's currently P22. We'll see what happens when all the pits are done, see where he ends up. But for now, he has a lot of work to do. Same with the rest of his teammates of Omega Miz and Iltis. But Blip is running strong for now.
Okay, but it seems like, I don't know if they were... Yeah, I don't think they're trying to go for any DRS. I think they're just both kinda on their own also. Oh, but Tornado Chilo is releasing here. Let's see that the DRS getting back activated here. As we can watch on board. Is he gonna get it? Boom, DRS ready. As he's gonna take it. Mafioso probably gonna let him go into tandem here. Yes.
And it on the
Okay.
inside into cops. About 0.6 is the advantage each time you get DRS. Gilo went a little bit deep with that speed advantage. A little harder to get your braking perfect. So he'll be forced just to release a little bit again, but will get DRS in just a few turns time after Meggett and Beckett. And this DRS straight, I think, is the longest one. Hanger straight is the longest straight on the track. So I think the gain should be the biggest here.
Yeah, as he gets the DRS.
He's quite far back and he gets
He's-
bumps.
is
Wait,
he-
wait, no.
Is he
No.
He gets defended off by Mafioso, really?
He,
Damn.
I thought he got bumped for a second because he just disappeared, but he was forced to release. I'm surprised Mafioso
no.
defended that so hard. I thought he'd just be a little kinder to his teammate, but I suppose not.
But I think it's because Mafioso is battling Bacon Pizza here. One of the Bacon
no,
Pizza is one of the
Delta
people who...
ghosting, Rodocast.
Oh, is it Delta Ghosted? Is
Yeah,
one lap only,
so-
or...?
Yeah. So these drivers do not see the black market of Bacon Pizza, just to try and not interfere with the crazy battles up ahead. That's some of the tech that we use in Formula Labs to try and make these races just a little more fair, a little more interesting for those up in front, making it depend more on just the raw pace of these drivers. And it is important to note that on the topic of raw pace, Mafiosa seems to be just about gaining 2 blip dash. Gilo will get DRS once again on his teammate, will once again get into that tandem. And Gilo is just getting towed along pretty nicely. He seems to not quite have the pace of his teammate, but is able just to hang on with him just about quick enough to be towed along with DRS. And Mafiosa's pace is just absolutely rapid. He gains another 10th on the leaderboard on your left-hand side. 2 blip dash. That gap is now under 2 seconds. That gap needs to go down to 1.15 seconds. That's the sweet spot that grants Mafiosa that speed boost, that DRS boost, which we've seen Gilo use time and time again just to gain that position on Mafiosa, although he is forced to lose it once again after Cobb's Corner. And there's so much to play for with, and we're only just about halfway through this race. Crazy stuff.
True, we're already more than halfway through. Let's watch him board with Blip Dash. He is our leader here. So he's running along this beautiful straight here. If he does any small mistakes here, Cookie Munchers, Mafioso, Turtle Chilo, they're both gonna catch up instantly. So he has to be pushing here, but he also has to be careful, knowing that if he messes up, if he goes a little bit too much speed into corner, doing a little bit of a mistake here and there, that's gonna let others catch up to him. He has been throughout his laps here, he's been able to keep that 1.82 second differential. So as long as this keeps up, he should be completely fine.
Well, like this pace for Mafiosa is really applying that pressure onto Blip Dash, and it's put him in a tricky spot where he needs to decide whether he wants to push just a little extra to try and increase that gap to Mafiosa, which is now down to 1.7 seconds, or if he wants to play it safe and limit any mistakes. And he's forced to find a mid ground between the two of these mindsets, and just getting to that correct midpoint is so difficult. It's near impossible to get it perfect. But Blip Dash, I think, will need to be perfect if he wants to stay ahead of these Cookie Muncher pair through the final 5 or 6 laps of this race.
True. Something to note though, Shinzoom was fighting with Live Network for 4th. After doing his pit stop, Shinzoom is now P15, but you can also see from the scoreboard who is right behind him. It is Lapis Letus. I believe they're even in tandem. So if I get this camera on Lapis here, you can see those two are fighting. So Lapis Letus, they're both on Wait, wait, Lapis has not beat that. Wait. Lapis has not beat that. You say he's 43 seconds behind with no bits? Oh my. He won the last time, guys. And now absolutely has fallen off. Wait, what is this? Wait,
Okay, so
what?
the decoration maybe. What? Did I fuck it up? No!
There's
I'm
a
an
massive
idiot!
hole in the track.
Fuck! No! Oh, I'm an idiot.
Oh. There's people in the ground as well. There's people stuck in the ground. Oh.
No, why would I
Oh.
do that? I'm
Oh.
so.
As we hear live crash out here on stream. Oh, yeah. Oh. That's gonna be the race control decision here. Look in chat. I don't have chat enabled on this one. Let me quickly.
I'm so sorry.
How are we
Everybody.
doing?
I don't know why
Are we stopping it right now? Are we restarting?
We've got to.
Do you have a scoreboard from before? Do we
Oh.
reset? I reset it.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
Oh man, why would I do
Oh, man.
that? Do
Or
we
do
do
I
a
get
half?
error reset
Shall we
then?
do a half-length race?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait, I need to turn off stream. It's your decision.
I can't believe I did that. No,
That.
I'm so dumb.
So we can go over time and just run longer, or like we're gonna go over time in anyways.
Can do a 7-lap race.
7-lap.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, everybody.
I'm loading. See if it works.
As they are being loaded here, yeah.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't. Oh, I'm so dumb.
Make an announcement real fast.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Silverstone. We have a 7-lap race in front of us, 1 pit stop. Who's going to be able to cook here, as we have a massive grid of really powerful racers here. They just had a really nice warm-up race. So how, with that warm-up race knowledge, what are they gonna do here? We can quickly go over the starting order here just to reflect what are their starting positions once again here. Some people, like for example, Foxio has a complete new chance to make some moves happen here. He did not cook in the practice race, but here now he might be able to just do some crazy farming. We can see we have people here. Let's see what has even been said. The race is fully reset. Yep. Practice race is over, guys. As now the real thing is happening. It's a bit shorter than we prepared for today, but we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be shorter race. That means it's gonna be more packed, and every little mistake is gonna matter that much more, because since there's not that many laps, not that many bits, you're really gonna have to try your best here. As if you do any mistakes, then it's game over for you. Yeah, we can see the starting grid is here. Would be real. I don't think I have any way to listen on what people say in game. Maybe I have. I don't think people are saying anything in game. As yeah, it's starting up now here. Let's get the camera here ready as well. As the camera, I hope I hope the camera TPs now as they get released here. We're watching this beautiful corner up ahead, and boom, we're gonna see everybody go into this turn here. How is Live Network gonna do it this time? He is in P10, P9. He has lost 2 positions from the start, but who has gained a lot is Omega Miss, already up 5 positions. So Omega Miss here in tandem with P10 for Scene Zoom, following the big pile of racer here. Also, 32 Chilo has done some crazy cookery. He has gained 3 positions. He started in P6 and now he's already in P3 fighting here with Foxio. Foxio, who has also gained a position. It was a position he gained from Iltisamor. And Iltisamor gets bumped here! Oh, Iltisamor losing time! Oh, that's gonna be real hurtful, real bad for them as 32 Chilo and Foxio both side by side coming into the... what is it called? The Woodcote straight here, right after Woodcote. Oh, side by side. If Faxio can hold on to this tandem here, Faxio could see a real massive comeback here. I see there is some people in the chat really betting on Mafioso. Where is Mafioso in all of this? Mafioso all the way. No, Mafioso all the way down in P14, guys. This real race now that is happening has been real unfortunate here on Mafioso as he is down in P15 even. For CTKW2 in the chat, that's not the news that he was really hoping to hear here today. But Vanwave, back at it again. 1-2 on the podium here. It used to be Cookie Munchers, but Cookie Munchers not really recovering at all from this. This is unfortunate from them. But wait, no, sorry. We have Legendary A7 in the top 5. So if Legendary A7 can lock in, hold his position here as he is fighting with Live Network at the moment here, this could be the points Cookie Muncher desperately needs. But I mean, up in the front, if you look at the camera here, it is Blipdash first. Then we have Iltis Amor in, Paper Yoshi in second. And wait, did Iltis get bumped? Oh, Omega got bumped. And so did Legendary 7 got bumped. Onitalas got into tandem now. But yeah, Omega Miss seconds ago was in P3. Got big bump. Now in P6. Ooh, lost some positions there. But Omega Miss, you have to keep in mind, he started at P16 and he is now in P6. So he has gained 10 positions. 10. Also a massive gainer is Oinked. Oink started P21, I believe, and he has gained 13 positions. He's all the way up in P8. So Oinked really cooking hard here as he is in tandem with JH-77 here. But also, breaking news, in the tandem with them, it is Foxeo. Foxeo, who started in P5, got into P4, has fallen a little bit, and is now in the tandem with JH- and Oinked here as well. As I go and quickly check if Soda is in in the call here. I guess he's just, we're not gonna talk about that. As Foxeo and Oinked both really fighting here. JH- there as well, fighting for that B7. In the meantime, Live Network. Oh, we really need to go check that out. Yeah. Damn, Paper Yoshi and Chilo, they're both fighting for P2. Both up here going into the stove, into Vale, side by side. And as they're both, nobody's going to bid. Bidding is not really worth it. People usually, what they like to do, unless they get really cooked at the start and they try to bid then and try to make things up. What people do is they just leave their pit stops at the end. And you can really see, people don't really bid, as I said. So, Turtle Chilo, he's kind of holding onto the tandem, but behind him is Live Network, who got DRS. Oh, his forced wide. That keeps Turtle Chilo safe for now, who is really right behind him, in tandem with Turtle Chilo, as they're both chasing down Paper Yoshi, who is also really close to Blipdash. But I mean, Blipdash and Paper Yoshi, both teammates here. Turtle Chilo getting DRS. How's it gonna affect them? Can he get into tandem? He is in tandem now. Going into the turn 6 here. What's gonna be the play here? Both on the brakes. Beautiful execution. And Chilo securing his tandem position here as he is officially in tandem here. He's even gaining in this turn here just a tiny bit, but Paper Yoshi having a little bit more exit speed. You can really see Life Network is also behind them, chasing them down as Life Network gets DRS. He gets DRS. How's that gonna affect the Oh, okay. He didn't get into the tandem. That's quite unfortunate. As we have Savayr, I don't know how to say that, but with a $1 donation in the chat. Oh my. Thank you. As we are watching on board, like all these people here. This race here is absolute bonkers, absolute chaos going on. As I mean, I have to say it again and again and again. We have Omega Miss in P5. Omega Miss in P5. I don't have a camera on him at this moment because what's more important is the Life Network. Actually in tandem once again with Paper Yoshi for P3. As Paper Yoshi is on the verge, as Paper Yoshi has fallen out of the tandem for P2. That means Paper Yoshi is really hoping to survive this turn series. He's taking it more safe, but Life Network really sending it here. They both have to stay in the distance to get the DRS on Chilov here. Oh wait, sorry, there's no DRS on the starting straight. Why do I keep remembering that? Oh, never mind. Yeah, the DRS straight is a little bit far away yet, so they both really have to keep holding on here. They're both going side by side, with 2 more turns after the DRS. Can they stay close enough to Turtle Geo to get that DRS to get into tandem and give them some speed boost that they desperately need here? Side by side. Oh, they might be able to do it. Can you get DRS ready? But who doesn't get DRS ready is Paper Yoshi, so the Life Network leaves Paper Yoshi, who was in tandem with him, absolutely behind, as the camera won't even show him. But Life Network now in tandem here with Turtle Shilo all night, going a little bit wide. Is gonna bump him out? It doesn't seem so. It seems like he can barely make it stitch, but no, he gets bumped out, or not bumped out, but he has to respect the tandem here. Can he get another one? Boom. Can Paper Yoshi get one as well? Boom, he can. So it's a big train here of tandems. Paper Yoshi not getting into tandem. Did Lifen get in? No. So they're all keeping their position. So in the meantime, we can watch on board with the Zoom as he is in tandem for P5 with Omega Miss. Both Omega Miss and Zoom have had amazing straight race starts, as I've previously mentioned. It's Zoom who was up 6 positions. He started in P12, and it's also Omega Miss who started in P16. So they've both made massive moves here. Went up a lot. The Zoom gets DRS here onto Omega Miss. Both flying down that hangar straight. As they're going into stove here. Both on brakes. Omega Miss a bit late on the brakes here. Zoom might be able to get more speed exit. No, it's Omega Miss who gets more speed on the exit here. Going into those turns of 16, 17. Oh, really close. As Zoom losing out of some exit speed. The final turn 18, as Omega Miss might be having a little bit more exit speed. It's really hard to tell. But we do have to go and take a look at Paper Yoshi, who is in tandem with Life Network. He has caught up a tiny bit, but it's I thought Paper Yoshi, for some reason I thought Paper Yoshi was lower, but when I'm looking at again at the sidebar here, you can see Blip, Omega Miss, Paper Yoshi, 1, 4, 5. 1-3-5 even, if you consider the tandem here and the possible outcome of Paper Yoshi coming up ahead on the tandem here. But they're both really... They're barely... Like, if they gain just a tiny bit, they are in the striking distance of DRS onto Chilo. Chilo is not in distance for the DRS, but can Lifen get one? No, he cannot. So Turtle Chilo stays safe here as he keeps battling Paper Yoshi. But like there's just so many tandems happening everywhere. Sinzoom still fighting with Omega Miss. And also we have down in P10 Lucy Goldie fighting with JH Daz. Lucy Goldie has cooked as well. He started at P19. He's all the way up in P10 here. Oh my. Oh my, yes, they're both side by side. Side by side. So many fights happening. I don't even know what to spectate right now. So, but I'll give Lucy Goldie a chance here. It seems like he has gained a little bit. He's leading in front here, but JH Dash right behind. Right behind. Not letting go. Not letting them go. Going through the state here. They no DRS action going on. No, nothing. But we did see somebody pitting. The live network doing. Oh, there are some people like you either have to pit this lap or the next one. And live network has chosen to pit. And so has Paper Yoshi right behind him. As they are possibly trying to undercut or overcut. I don't know which is the correct word for it. But they're really hoping that they can use the pit in their favor, as there is actually a bunch of people pitting. And the people who are not pitting right now, they have to pit next lap. But since there is some people really rooting for Mafioso here, let's look on board with Mafioso, see how he's doing. He's right now in P16 because of there's a bunch of people. You can see 6-7 people in the pits on the sidebar. So Mafioso, what is pit stop, people asking? So pit stop is just a mandatory thing. In every FL race, people have to at least do in this race, people have to do one pit stop. And it just what it does is people have to take that slow pit stop route. It just people just have to do it. It's in the rules. So if they do it, they are cooked. And what the pit stop does, because it's so slow, you can go into the pit stop while being first, but once you exit it, you're like, I don't know, down in like P13 or something. Or P30. Like car prepare for F1. Yeah, you're on the right path, but like in F1, they pit to get new tires or do some repairs. Here, they do it because it's mandatory, it's strategy, and it just makes it a little bit more exciting. But Mafiosa, he lost some positions here. Big sell from Mafiosa. It's not looking bright for him. But it is looking really, really bright for Omega Miss. In tandem here with Sinzoom. As they're both going through the stove. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get camera onto Blip and Chilo, as they're both here, leading here in the pit stops, as we have people behind them as well. But what I wanna say is anybody gonna overtake them while they're in the pit stop? Is Blip Dash and Dorito Chilo gonna keep the P1 and P2 here? We're gonna see really soon. The pit stop, I can see there's quite a distance to pit stop, so the pit stop here in Silverstone is really long. There are some back markers going by, but that doesn't interest us at the moment, as it is Bliptes and Turdo Chilo. Can they keep their front spot here? There's a massive amount of drivers here doing their one pit. But let's see here, now in the front, it seems like Blipdash P1 going to final lap. Chilo and Live Network, both in tandems. That's gonna be massive for them. Live Network in second in tandem. If Live Network can stay in that tandem, oh my, let's watch this on board. Live Network, Tornado Chilo side by side. This tandem is make it or break it. If you don't stay in the tandem, you are out of the P2, I believe. So they both have to really lock in here, going side by side. And they're surprisingly close to Blipdash. If they do some like world record pace driving here, they can even catch up to Blipdash and possibly get to DRS. Tornado Chilo just a tiny bit closer to Blipdash. If he gets a DRS and Life doesn't, he could run away, but no DRS here, as Live Network and Tornado Chilo both side by side on the going into corpse here. Corpse. I don't know which word it is. going into here. Turtle Chilo a tiny bit more ahead as Light Network is just side by side, going into this difficult S. This could really be the decider here. As Light Network even gains just a tiny bit on Turtle Chilo, as it just doesn't. It seemed to be a bit wide here. Light Network maybe getting a better exit. Yes, better exit from Light Network. Literally side by side, slowly catching Blip Dash. Oh my, it's really coming down all to the last turns, last corners here, into Stove. What's gonna be the play here? Live Network getting a little bit more speed into the turn, but Turtle Chilo maybe getting more exit speed? I can't really tell. Really close. There's only 3 more turns left. Live Network going into the... trying to go for the micro blocks up or something. Oh, they're still side by side. What's gonna happen? Is the Live Network gonna get more speed here on the exit? No, wait, maybe, and it's 32 Chilo by 0.1 in second. Wow, what a race! As we have for Vanway, Blip in first, Paper Yoshi in fourth, Omega in sixth, and Iltis in seventh. Oh, as Mafiosa finishes up in P10, but 32 Chilo bringing home some massive points for their team. Damn, what a weekend. Once again, last time we had chaos, this time we have chaos. No gimmick even needed, guys. Damn. Oh my. I mean, Soda. What? No, I should not be asking you. But yeah, as people are all finishing here. Ooh. Okay, it seems like some people in the chat have to leave. That is quite unfortunate, but I think you guys do want to stick around for those juicy interviews. I don't know if Soda wants to do interviews or not, but big. The scoreboard looks beautiful as we're gonna get the podium celebration here. I don't have no music. Wait, the music started 10 seconds late. Oh. Okay. Anyway, 12th was somebody. 11th Faxio. As the podium is over now. Today's... Oh, we have another podium. Yes! Save it. As the music starts once again. Yeah. Why does the podium start on 52 seconds? I don't know that. But 12th, Onidalas. 11th, Faxeum. Then in 10th, we have Mafioso. 07 in the chat. Killer Lord in 9th. In 8th, we have Pigalala. In 7th, Iltis Amor. In 6th, Omega Miss. In 5th, Zine Zoom. In 4th, Paper Yoshi. In 3rd, Life Network. Massive Cook. In 2nd, Turtle Chilo. And in 1st, who's it gonna be? It is Blip Dash getting his first Formula Labs victory. Damn. Beautiful. It's real unfortunate he can't interview and get his feelings, his input on it. But I'm sure you guys can read all about it when he probably types at least something in the FL Discord. I don't have the FL Discord link in the chat, but big congratulations to him. Ooh. Some people are happy about the restart. Some people obviously not. It is. I mean, stuff like this can happen. Mistakes do happen, and we've seen it time to time. You think like, oh my, like this is simple things. You can't mess this up, but I mean, after all, we are human, and some things just slip through, and that's how it goes. Yeah. I don't really want to do interviews on my own because maybe I can. As I'll make my way into the beautiful studio here. The standings here don't update, so guys don't pay attention to those. But yeah, We are here in the studio now. As let's get the camera on here on me as well. Boom! We in the studio. Big. So the people who were rooting for, oh my, there's even some people. I guess it's Cactus now as my co-commentator here. Guess I can get a buddy here in with me. I'm not alone. Wait. Saved. Yeah. But yeah, is there anybody you guys want me to interview in the chat? Maybe I could get them into the booth here. I do have that flexibility. But as the event is running overtime here, interview Makusan? I could. Honestly could. I wanna I wanna know what went wrong. I wanna know what happened to the podium, man. Like why did the podium do what it did? Could be a really interesting interview for at least Pickle to listen to. So I don't know if Makusan wants to come here, but I'm not against it, so
Have I been called to the principal's office? Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh no.
People
Wait,
wanna know.
Renocast 1 or I'm scared of the Renocast 2 guy.
Yeah, the Renocast 2 does not play around. So yeah, but people want to know what happened.
So there's a few things. There have been absolute massive updates to timing system and event hosting. And we're on the first weekend, which means that we still have some bugs, some things that doesn't work as intended, like the podium, where we start the podium, everything works fine, and then I finish the event because I want to give people the Star Awards. And when you finish the event, it does things, and apparently that broke the podium, which is unfortunate. So there's some things like that, and our testing team is not that huge, you know. So it, unfortunately, the bugs comes to races like this, and then we have to deal with them. But then we try to fix them as fast as possible. As for the race, as for the gimmick, a lot of the gimmicks are made with World Edit, and World Edit is a very dangerous tool because you're committing to making a change before you know what it actually does. So I think there might have been an incident. So I think what I saw happen was that a paste replaced the track, but it was supposed to be paced with -A to not paste over air blocks, but it wasn't, which means that a big selection of the track basically got removed and replaced by air, which means that no one could, like, people fell into a black hole where there were no track, and that is really unfortunate. And obviously it jumbles up all the positioning depending on what strategy you're on. True. With our current technology, we had no choice but to reset and start from the starting positions. So in that sense, the race ended up being fair. However, like the 7-lap race. However, of course, people fought for so long to get where they were before this incident happened, and it is a shame. And it is a big L from race control and hosting, and we're gonna have to talk about it and see like how can we really prevent this from happening again. Because I
think to maybe not take any L's, we might have to do some rebranding and remove the L from the FL. I don't FW maybe next week, guys.
Yeah. No, and like from management, like I have crashed more things than anyone in this community. And that's what happened when you lead something, when you host things, when you develop stuff, when you try to make cool stuff, then mistakes happen. Of course, this many mistakes in a short period should not happen. But I think what we're seeing is always when you do something together with other people, but then the communication is not perfect, or you assume what others have done. So maybe like Soda pasted it, but he didn't create it, which means that maybe he wasn't aware that it should have been pasted without air blocks, for example.
True.
And that disconnect in communication and responsibilities can cause a lot of problems sometimes. And FL, it's on its first year. It is bound to have some things going wrong. But I'm confident that now we're gonna hammer down and make sure that things like this doesn't happen again.
True.
Hopefully.
I mean, we are learning with every race, so hopefully next time. I don't know what is the next race even. Do you have any idea what's gonna be the next track we're
Let me
gonna
check
race on?
real quick. I think it's Hungary. It looks like maybe perhaps.
Hungary.
If it's not Belgium, it could be Spa. But I'm not sure.
It might be.
Um,
I don't know either. But
I have no idea.
But I mean, it was bound to happen that eventually we get the red flag gimmick. It was bound to happen.
Yeah, that's like we might do it. However, the problem is that it's not like it's a lot of investment in terms of development, and ideally it should not be used, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
are we then gonna force more mistakes just so we can use this cool feature? I'm not so sure about it. Because it's like we can't, like, it would be easy to restart from the positions of the past if we could somehow save that and make it automatic. So because like we cannot sit and change the position of 40 people according to some standing that is on a stream. But if we could automate it, we could do that. However, it doesn't take into account pit stops and like where you are in the track, how much gaps. So it is messy.
Imagine if there was a BoatLabs mod or something. I'm just speculating. I'm just thinking out loud. But if you had a thingy, and if you could red flag and like scroll back like, I don't know, 20 seconds in the snapshot, and then it just starts it again, and you're like, when it releases you again, you just already have speed.
Yeah, it is technically possible for sure. It's just a question if we want to put the resources on it. But
yeah,
it would be cool.
It would be really cool, yeah. But yeah, I think I can wrap up here. Quite the chaotic race. I don't know, it tends to happen somehow every time here in FL that every race is just absolute chaos. I think I'm gonna cut the cameras here. I really want to thank you all for tuning in, and big shout out once again to Sava JR in the chat. I don't know if he's still here or not, but thank you for the $1 donation, and big thanks for all the track builders. If I can quickly list them. Vasity Cuber HD for the main track here, big layout, everything, all the pretty buildings. And then thanks for Bacon Pizza and Blipdash for helping do the decorations, and me and Soda did some work as well. So all the beautiful standings you guys saw today on the stream, they were done by us. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Unfortunate timing for you, Napster NPT, who just joined. The stream is ending. You guys can go and watch the Adam's Apple stream now, as FC1 is probably underway now. Should be qualifying happening there. So go and take a look at that. It's Rankos1 signing out. Formula Labs going dark, and we'll be back in a few weeks' time. I don't know when the next race is. So just, if you really want to know when the next race is, just Google F1 calendar, and it's on that weekend Sunday. Yep.